We're looking at mostly seasonal temperatures for tomorrow, the mid to upper 40s, and drying things out. There might be a leftover raindrop or two, but I'll have all your details coming up next.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, a heated debate is brewing at the state capitol over Michigan's proposed health education standards. Plus, NMU once again concludes their annual Indigenous Perspectives Symposium, exploring the deep connection between culture and food. And illegal gambling, rigged poker games, and insider sports bets. NBA stars are caught in a massive FBI takedown. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Welcome in. A first look at your forecast. It's been cloudy, it's been chilly, and it's been rainy. We even had some wet snow mixing in there, and so with some lingering showers for tonight with low temperatures into the mid to upper 30s, at least for the Marquette area and the eastern half of the Upper Peninsula. But out towards Ironwood, Iron River, Iron Mountain, we'll see those temperatures into the lower 30s. That's some freezing territory, so if you get some precipitation, you can't rule out a wet snowflake or two, but we'll really start to dry things out on all aspects for tomorrow. Not necessarily the clouds, and fairly seasonal. I'll break down all you need to know for the weekend in just a few minutes.
Kelly, thank you very much. Republican lawmakers at the state capitol are taking aim at Michigan's proposed health education standards framework, calling it an overreach by the Department of Education. They say the new guidelines would combine sex education with required health instruction, limiting parental oversight and local control. The Michigan Department of Education says the proposed framework remains voluntary for local school districts and would only update guidelines based on public input to include education on gender identity and sexuality.
Parents, not bureaucrats, should decide when their children are ready to have these conversations about sexuality and reproduction.
Lawmakers plan to continue their push during an oversight hearing next week. There's more information about the proposal and lawmakers' responses on our website, WZMQ19.com. 3 Upper Peninsula communities are getting a boost to fix local roads. Governor Whitmer is announcing the state grants through Michigan's Community Service Infrastructure Fund. The city of Iron River will receive $250,000, and Amique in Keweenaw County will get just under $102,000, and the city of Negaunee will be granted $250,000. The funding will support street repairs and resurfacing projects in small towns with fewer than 10,000 residents. Whitmer says the goal is to make travel safer and more reliable across the state and is part of what she calls her promise to fix the damn roads. Oh, excuse me, everybody. I thought we had a sound there. For its second year, Northern Michigan University brought back an event revolving around Indigenous culture, history, and language. Each year holds a theme, and today focused on food. WZMQ's Andrew Hans has more.
Food is a great connector. It's a way to celebrate. It's a way to share.
Jennifer Gauthier is one of the many speakers in today's presentations at NMU's Indigenous Perspectives Symposium as they look through the lens of ancestral practices after events of disconnection from a number of original food sources, such as the damming of rivers or droughts of rice farms. The goal of today sought to widen the knowledge of what has and what is still to come throughout these communities.
We've been here for 16,000 years, and it's because of what they observed and what they gathered and what they passed along.
So it's really important that that time frame now is coming into a place of resurgence where it's now about revitalization.
Dr. April Lindela is the department head for NMU's Center for Native American Studies. She says food systems and indigenous culture highlight the importance of life and relation beyond humans and animals.
We're thinking about how do we have a relationship to our food? How do we take care of it? How do we honor it? And so I think when we have those kind of conversations within Indian country and as we teach other people around us, it is important to keep in mind that there are more than human relatives and we need to honor and take care of them in such a way.
Along with its presentations throughout the day, the symposium offered a lunch inspired by the Decolonizing Diet Project, followed by a performance by Woodland Sky Native American Dance Company. Next year's symposium will focus on practices in medicine, intending to build each year off of the last. In Marquette, Andrew Hans, WZMQ 19 News.
In New York, federal, state, and local officials announced dozens of arrests in connection with 2 criminal cases targeting online sports betting and poker games involving the mafia. Among those facing allegations are an NBA head coach and a player. Christian Benavides reports from Miami.
Your winning streak has ended. Your luck has run out.
Portland Trail Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups and Miami Heat player Terry Rozier were among dozens arrested Thursday for allegedly taking part in illegal gambling operations.
The FBI led a coordinated takedown across 11 states to arrest over 30 individuals today responsible for this case, which is very much ongoing.
Billups, an NBA Hall of Famer, was charged with taking part in a conspiracy to fix high-stakes card games in Las Vegas, Miami, Manhattan, and the Hamptons. Games allegedly backed by organized crime families.
These defendants, which include former professional athletes, used high-tech cheating technology to steal millions of dollars from victims in underground poker games that were secretly fixed.
Prosecutors say this was one of the rigged shuffling machines used to count cards, and this an X-ray poker table that could read cards when they were face down. The second indictment involves individual wagers called prop bets.
This scheme is an insider sports betting conspiracy that exploited confidential information about National Basketball Association athletes and teams.
Rozier was charged with sharing insider information. In 2023, he allegedly faked an injury to leave a game early when he was playing for the Charlotte Hornets.
Rozier exited the game after just 9 minutes, and those bets paid out, generating tens of thousands of dollars in profit.
An attorney for Rozier said he is not a gambler and called Thursday's actions a photo op. Billups appeared in a Portland courtroom and was released.
In a statement, the NBA said it placed Rozier and Billups on immediate leave from their teams. Authorities say former NBA assistant coach and player Damon Jones is one of the 3 defendants charged in both cases. President Trump today hailed his recent creation of a new task force to improve cooperation between federal and local law enforcement in the fight against drug cartels and human traffickers. The president formed the task force on his first day in office. At a Homeland Security roundtable, he credited the agencies involved with historic achievements, noting the group has been involved in more than 3,000 arrests. The president also discussed his deployment of federal agents to cities in blue states where he says crime is out of control, but he's scaling back plans for an operation in San Francisco.
Maybe you heard we were going to do a big surge in San Francisco, but I got a great call from some incredible people, some friends of mine, very successful people, and others called me from San Francisco, and they said, we're working really, really hard with the mayor, and we're making progress. Would it be possible for you to hold off the surge? And I had 4 or 5 calls, and I think they're making progress of their own. That would be the greatest. I mean, if they could do that, that'd be great.
The president also praised law enforcement agencies for their work during the government shutdown. Secretary of State Marco Rubio arrived in Israel today as the Trump administration tries to ensure the U.S.-brokered peace deal between Israel and Hamas stays on track. The White House is also speaking out against a symbolic vote by Israel's parliament to annex the West Bank. Natalie Brand has details from the White House.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio is meeting today with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. He says he will also be visiting the Military Coordination Center that's working on humanitarian aid and also monitoring this peace deal. Now, before heading back to the U.S., Vice President Vance says he thinks reconstruction in parts of Gaza that are free from Hamas can happen fairly quickly.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio met with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu Thursday as part of the Trump administration's ongoing effort to preserve the peace deal.
I'm here now today because this is a priority. It's a very important achievement, but there's more work to be done and bigger achievements that lie ahead.
Hours earlier, Vice President J.D. Vance left the Middle East optimistic the ceasefire will hold.
It's very early, but it's a good start.
But he also criticized a symbolic vote by hardliners in the Israeli parliament to annex the West Bank, land Palestinians want for a future state.
If it was a political stunt, it was a very stupid political stunt, and I personally take some insult to it. The West Bank is not going to be annexed by Israel. The policy of the Trump administration is that the West Bank will not be annexed by Israel.
With momentum in the Middle East, the administration was hoping for progress with Russia and Ukraine, but President Trump is no longer planning a second in-person meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin.
A meeting between these two leaders is not completely off the table. I think the president and the entire administration hopes that one day that can happen again, but we want to make sure that there's a tangible, positive outcome out of that meeting.
Less than a week after the president's phone call with Putin, new Russian strikes targeted civilian sites, including a kindergarten in Ukraine's second largest city. The administration imposed new sanctions on Russia's two largest oil companies, saying Russia lacks a serious commitment to a peace process. Today, the EU also piled on new sanctions.
We waited for this. God bless, it will work.
Putin downplayed the impact of the latest sanctions and said Russia will never bow to pressure from abroad.
President Trump was asked by reporters yesterday whether the administration will send those long-range Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine. He said that the training to use them could take 6 months to a year, and that the only way it would be shot is if the U.S. shot it. He said, we're not going to do that.
Kelly Rowland has your first warning weather forecast when we come back. Plus, the Delta County Cancer Alliance wraps up Pink Fest. We'll be right back.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
For the best pre-owned cars, come to John's Auto Market. If you mess up when I get it right, I swear. For the best pre-owned cars, the best service, and best detailing, come to John's Auto Market. I shouldn't have looked at her.
Chips or cracks, we got your back. Brian's Auto Glass.
Cracked windshield, chipped glass? Don't wait. Call Brian's Auto Glass in Nagani. We specialize in expert windshield replacement, chip and crack repairs, and safety system calibrations to keep your vehicle road ready. Can't come to us? No problem. We'll come to you with our mobile service. Fast, professional, local. Brian's Auto Glass, where clear vision starts.
Our home, full of beauty, energy, and opportunity. But in today's world, your business needs more than foot traffic. It needs screen traffic. That's where PowerPlay Digital comes in. Digital advertising that delivers. We bring your message to life on streaming platforms, mobile apps, websites, social media, and beyond. Reach more people, grow your brand, get results. PowerPlay Digital. Put your business in front of the eyes that matter across every screen.
MeTV presents Potter Poetry.
Oh, pony pucks, bull cookies, horse hockey, pigeon pellets, mule muffins, monkey muffins. That's what she said.
Watch Colonel Potter on MASH.
Hot diggity, hot saucy, hot mustard.
Weekdays and Sundays at 7 on MeTV 19.1. Escanaba reporter Lily Simmons on WZMQ 19 News.
For the best pre-owned cars, come to John's Auto Market. If you mess up when I get it right, I swear. For the best pre-owned cars, the best service, and best detailing, come to John's Auto Market. I shouldn't have looked at her.
Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
Welcome back. We have been stuck in the clouds with plenty of rain over the last few days. We were just shy of 1/4 of an inch of liquid precipitation, 43 degrees for that high, 34 was the low, and we did see actually a trace of snow reported too, so it wasn't completely out of the question. As soon as you get those temperatures kind of wavering around 34, even 36 degrees, you can still get some sort of frozen aspect in there, and that's what we saw. So kind of looking at October as a whole, the normal high 51.7, the normal low 35.2. Liquid precipitation about 4 inches for the month, and it's actually normal to get about 5 inches of snow, more so towards the end of October, of course, but the earliest recorded measurable snowfall was 2 inches back in October 10th of 1967. So back in 1967, snow was seen on October 10th. Actually, the earliest measurable snowfall for the entire year back in 1989 is September 22nd. So as soon as you get those temperatures temperatures that low, the precipitation doesn't really care what month it is. All it cares about is how cold it is. So that's what we saw going on this evening. We'll likely see some more of that in the overnight, especially out towards the Iron River area. Temperatures could get as low as 30 degrees very soon. So if there is precipitation, that can support some wet snowflakes. But we're not going to see much of this accumulate, especially with more rain on the way. If there is a wet snowflake on the ground, it's going to pretty much melt instantly. But I know you probably see it and you see a little bit of white and you're like, oh, okay. I mean, but we're in the Upper Peninsula, so I guess really nothing surprises anyone anymore. But this is our outlook for the future rain. I'm still showing future rain because that's what we're mainly going to see if we get any more for tomorrow and Saturday. Not looking at much though, so pretty nice for those high school football games and any sort of fall pumpkin patches, apple picking, anything you want to try to get in before Halloween. We're looking good to do so. The winds will also start to diminish pretty nicely too, still seeing about 15 to 20 mile per hour wind gusts, and then when we get to Saturday, we'll get that southerly wind, so we'll finally get some at least moisture back, a little bit of some warmth back. We'll see some rebounding temperatures into the mid to upper 50s, but before that, in the overnight for tonight, especially out to the Ironwood, Iron River, Iron Mountain area, we do have that higher chance of some freeze for tonight. So if you still have those mums, make sure they are surviving in these colder temperatures. They actually need to be watered more than if we got a normal amount of rain, so just make sure they at least get to Halloween so the trick-or-treaters can see your beautiful mums on your front porch. But anyway, the high school football games, Escanaba, Marquette, and Ironwood are hosting the games. We're looking dry for the most part, mostly cloudy for most of us, and temperatures into the mid to lower 40s. So not too bad for any of you guys going to be cheering on those kiddos for Friday. Lows for tonight, again, colder out into those areas that have a higher chance of some freeze, rebounding into the mid to upper 50s by the end of the weekend, and we will carry that in nice and pleasant and sunny as we start off this upcoming week.
Kelly, thank you again. College students are already gearing up for end of semester exams, which can add stress and anxiety. And new data shows that many students are already struggling with depression. Bradley Blackburn has more on the numbers and what parents can do to help.
College campuses can be centers of learning and lifelong memories, but for too many students, university life is also a struggle over mental health. A recent study of more than 80,000 students nationwide found 32% report troubling symptoms of anxiety, and 37% report moderate to severe depression symptoms. The good news is those numbers have actually gone down compared to recent years. But psychologist Dr. Lisa Demore says many students still need help.
The numbers are still higher than we would ever want them to be.
Anxiety spiked during the pandemic, but some anxiety is also a natural and unavoidable part of college.
Normalizing anxiety helps. If a kid is becoming so anxious that they're avoiding things, that's a time to be concerned.
She says signs of depression can include persistent sadness, hopelessness and pessimism, and losing interest in activities.
In depression, you're kind of sad or blank or kind of numb about everything.
Today, many colleges do have robust mental health resources with counseling centers, trained RAs, and deans. And there's less stigma about making use of them. But parents also have a role to play. Dr. Demore says if you think something is wrong, ask your child about it.
Asking that does not make kids more likely to hurt themselves, but if they are thinking about it, they're glad you asked.
Talking about the problem and treatment can make things better on campuses.
Tonight, the Delta County Cancer Alliance wrapped up its month-long breast cancer awareness event in style. The second annual Pink Fest came to a close at the Highland Golf Club with food and specialty pink drinks, raffles, and live music by local Celtic band Falcha. The main event was the Bras for a Cause contest, where attendees paid to vote for the best decorated bra. New this year, Pink Fest concluded with a bra auction, and all proceeds will be used to help community members facing a cancer diagnosis.
It's tremendous. It's so great to see so many people come out and support the Cancer Alliance. We help a lot of people in the Delta County area struggling with cancer.
Thank you for your support, helping all our friends, neighbors throughout the community.
The Highland Golf Club was the final of 4 local businesses to host Pink Fest events. The club manager says she hopes attendees are reminded to take charge of their breast health this October.
Being a woman myself, it's very, very important for ladies to get mammograms, and October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, that kind of brought light to how many women don't do it. So we wanted to be here to get people involved in doing it.
Although Pink Fest is over, the community can still support the Cancer Alliance through its annual $1,000 raffle. Tickets are available to purchase at the Alliance office in Escanaba. Mike has your look at sports after the break. A Marquette native is making the Upper Peninsula proud as he takes the field for the World Series as an umpire. We'll have the details after this.
From now through October at Fox Marquette Subaru, lease a 2025 Subaru Outback Premium for $363 a month or get 1.9% APR for 72 months on select new 2025 Subaru Outback models. Fox Marquette Subaru, experience the difference.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, the lovely Allison Williams.
Moms, don't rush your pee.
I never thought about this.
Take your time.
Plus, we celebrate culture cons. Then NBA All-Star Dwight Howard.
What would you say to the young kids who want to play basketball?
The Jennifer Hudson Show, tomorrow at 4 on WZMQ CBS. Followed by the Kelly Clarkson Show at 5 and 19 News at 6.
At Shunk's Fall Sale, with our low prices, it's a great time to redo your living room and family room at Shunk's. We give you the largest selection of sofas, love seats, and sectionals in the latest styles of fabric or leather. And reclining furniture for the family room, we've got it. Reclining sofas, love seats, and sectionals, and matching recliners with power or without. Hundreds of recliners to choose from. I lowered the price on Lazy Boy recliners. They start at just $2.99. Shop Shunk's at Marquette today.
Pure Outdoor is the first program dedicated to increasingly popular outdoor and eco sports. Individual and adventurous. Journey to the world's most exotic, breathtaking locations. Pure Outdoor.
Sophia Murphy reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News.
From now through October at Fox Marquette Subaru, lease a 2025 Subaru Crosstrek Premium for $307 a month or get 2.9% APR for 72 months on select new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek models. Fox Marquette Subaru, experience the difference.
Good evening, everyone. An Upper Peninsula native has been named one of the umpires for the World Series that starts tomorrow in Toronto between the Blue Jays and Los Angeles Dodgers. 42-year-old Adam Hammery of Marquette was announced today along with the rest of the crew, led by crew chief Mark Wegner. Hammery is a 2006 graduate of the Jim Evans Academy of Professional Umpiring. He began umpiring minor league baseball in 2006, promoted to the majors on a part-time basis in 2013, and named to a full-time rotation in February 2017. Hammery umped the 2021 All-Star Game, 3 division series, 2021, 24, and this year, plus 2 league championship series in 2022 and 2023. I believe Hammery would be the home plate umpire if the series goes 6 games. Also, if I remember correctly, Hammery was the home plate umpire on a 2-person crew in the minor leagues in a game that went 26 innings. Yippee. 2 Northern Michigan University Greco-Roman wrestlers have returned to Marquette with bronze medals in 23 World Championships in Serbia. Peyton Jacobson earned his medal in the 87-kilogram class. That's about 191 pounds. He secured a 5-3 victory over Lachin Valiev of Azerbaijan. At 67 kilograms, or 147 pounds, Otto Black earned an 8-6 victory over Bagdat Sabaz of Kazakhstan to win his bronze medal after fending off a late comeback attempt. Max Black also has a chance for a bronze medal at 132 pounds. This is the last week of the regular season for high school football. Iron Mountain traveled to Negaunee for a rare Thursday night contest. Negaunee's first drive would end with a touchdown. Brock Bonovitz from 7 yards. The 2-point conversion was good, and it was 8-0 Miners. And yes, if you were John McEnroe, you would say that touchdown was the Pits. Long ago reference, I know. Iron Mountain could not get a first down. Here comes Negaunee again, and I can hear Iron Mountain assistant Bucky Johnson yell, "Counter!" Took too long for me to find Evan Delangelo, and the Iron Mountain defense didn't find him either. I think that was a 64-yard touchdown run. 2-point no good, 14-0 Negaunee. And the Miners reached the end zone one more time in the first quarter. It's Brock Bonovitz again from 10 yards, 2-point conversion good. So it was 22-0 Negaunee after 12 minutes. To the second quarter, Bonovitz not satisfied. He had a couple more touchdowns in this quarter, 35 yards on this run. The Miners go into the playoffs with a 7-2 record, defeating Iron Mountain 44-7. Iron Mountain still has a chance to qualify for the postseason. The Upper Peninsula Cross Country Coaches Association has decided its top runners, teams, and coaches of the year. For the girls, Talia Schreiber of Pickford is the runner of the year. She is joined by Samantha Taylor of Newberry, Ella Fury of Marquette, Maria Mervich of Kingsford, Abby Taylor of Newberry, along with Kira Waterman of Negaunee and Holly Cook of Houghton. The teams are the year: Marquette in Division 1, Rudyard in Division 2. Lance and Newberry share the honor in Division 3. On the boys' side, outstanding Sault Ste. Marie runner Gabe Litzner is the runner of the year. He is joined by 3 from Marquette: Rorik Holmquist, Peter Argyropoulos, and Lucas Ballard, along with Cameron Anderson of Jeffers, Shay Armstrong of the Sioux Blue Devils, and Henry Plummer of Negaunee. Teams of the year: Marquette in Division 1, Jeffers for Division 2, and first-time champion Forest Park for Division 3. Your coaches of the year: Kyle Detmers, Mike Lianis of Marquette, and Tracy Welch of Houghton for Division 1, Mike Kirshner of Rudyard in Division 2, and DJ Reisner of Forest Park in Division 3. Congratulations to all. Let's go to high school volleyball. North Central making a rare appearance tonight as they went and took on Ishpeming. And we'll pick up the action in the second set, and that is Janessa Eagle getting the kill there. Ishpeming won that set 25-21. To the third, Violet Riley with the soft kill from Addison Delangelo gave the Jets a 2-0 lead to start the third set. Then the Hematites get going. Sophia Nerfly, Maria Salisbury, Tenora Joe Anderson for the kill, and that ties the score at 2. North Central had trouble controlling the ball on this sweet sequence, and by the time it did, it was in the wheelhouse pow of Maya Hammer, and yeah, bang, that one went down rather quickly. That gave Ishpeming a 9-3 lead. They went on to win the set, and the Hematites took the match 3-0. To the volleyball scoreboard, Manistee crossed the bridge and defeated Sheboygan 3-1. Forest Park swept North Dickinson 3-0. They went the distance in Cooks as Big Bay Denok defeated Superior Central 3-2, 15-13 in the third. Wakefield Marinesco 3 straight over Ewan Trout Creek. Hancock easily dispatched Chassell 3-0. Newberry the same over Pickford. It was Rudyard 3, Cedarville Detour 0, Calumet 3, Jeffers 1. Jeffers won the first set, and then Calumet got mad. Dollar Bay had no trouble with Waters Meet. Houghton 3, Westwood 0. Ironwood did the same to Ontonagon. Rapid River 3-0 over Mid-Penn. Stevenson 3-0 over Munising. And it was St. Ignace 3 and Brimley 1. In the National Hockey League tonight, Red Wings lost to the Islanders 7-2. And tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, I'll have a preview on the Michigan Tech NMU football game that starts Saturday at noon at the Superior Dome. We will be right back.
It's the Kirkish Furniture Spooky Savings Sale with scary good deals on appliances and more. Get up to 40% off Amish dining room sets. This Encore Effortless Soft Queen mattress just $5.99. Whirlpool top load washer $5.49. Going on now in Houghton.
This right here is confidence in a bottle. It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. And In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Home for CBS is WZMQ 19.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
The Window Store Home Improvement Center is your clear choice for quality products and expert installation. We have a thorough and seamless process, start to finish. From the moment you meet our friendly staff, you'll be amazed by their attention to detail. Our team of experienced professionals take pride in their work, and with our 2-year warranty on all installations, you'll have peace of mind knowing your investment is protected. Plus, we service the entire Upper Peninsula. Your clear choice is the Window Store.
And a final look at your forecast. We know as we head into tonight, things are going to continue to be on the chilly side. We still have that northerly flow of the wind cooling things down. Now, the western half of the Upper Peninsula will definitely be colder. Temperatures closer to freezing. Ironwood, Iron River, Iron Mountain, you'll likely be around freezing. And with the chance of some lingering showers overnight, can't rule out maybe a wet snowflake. But we should be fine for tomorrow. We'll warm up to close to 50 degrees for the most part. We'll still get some sunshine, so not going to accumulate any snow by any means, but just letting you know in case you see some white falling from the sky, that's what that likely is. But the rain over the next 48 hours, if any, will be very low for tomorrow. We'll really start to diminish that. We're headed into a really nice fall weekend ahead. Make sure you get out and enjoy as much as you can all the fall festivities that the Upper Peninsula has to offer. And if you don't get a chance to get out in the weekend, we'll still keep things mostly dry with fairly seasonal temperatures for most of this upcoming week.
Kelly, thank you again. And finally tonight, tens of millions of red crabs are crawling their way to the ocean as part of their annual migration on Christmas Island. You knew all about this, didn't you, Mike?
Yes, so much.
On the island is a much smaller human population that uses leaf blowers and garden rakes to help the crabs on their way. Christmas Island National Park acting manager Alexia Jankowski said today there were up to 200 million of the endemic crabs on the island. Up to 100 million were expected to make their way from their forest burrows to the shoreline where they breed. The start of the southern hemisphere summer rains last weekend triggered the annual odyssey. Mike, do you have anything else for us tonight?
The Los Angeles Chargers crawled their way past the Minnesota Vikings 37-10. I don't think they were too crabby about that.
Oh, goodness, Mike. Thank you very much for that. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Now through October at Fox Marquette Ford. Lease a 2025 Ford Explorer active 4-wheel drive for $499 a month for 36 months with $1,000 due at signing. Fox Marquette Ford. Experience the difference.
Dutch Boy, it's only paint. It's only paint that comes with stain shield technology and an anti-scuff formula. It's only paint that can cover the brightest shade of orange known to mankind.